Alright, my movie watch list for this week of 3 February 2026. I got 2 movies in Blu-ray, disc, and DVD format from a local library system. The Blu-ray disc, there's a Blu-ray disc player that does have some restricted access. So if it doesn't get watched this week, and I am capable of renewing it, this might be one of those ones that's like, how do I watch it? So it's Death of a Unicorn, 2025 film about they kill a unicorn, but like an actual unicorn, and there's a businessman involved or something. I have not seen it. It was an Aunt Danette recommendation. And this is a Death of a Unicorn, in the sense of like an actual horse with a horn. Per the movie jacket, and that's what it sounds like. It's like, perhaps, my Paul Rudd took this role to say that he loves my Aunt Danette, and he does not want to see, her death, the death of a unicorn as in her. Kind of like my Jared Leto took the role in Dallas Buyers Club to say he loves my Aunt Danette. There we go. All right. And then in the Death, Dead, Die namespace, we also have 1988 film Die Hard. There we go. Action-packed Christmas time. Christmas time meets action-packed story. I have seen this before. It's been a chunk of time, so I'm excited to return to it. So if somebody shorted, as in bet against the Death, Dead, Die namespace, they shorted both movies. All right. And then I'm also going to recap my movie going from this past week. So before today, I'm Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle. And so I saw last week on Wednesday, 2025 film, No Other Choice. I went and I got to the theater, and I chose it based on what it was written in the description. I did another one of those, choosing based on the description on the website, the movie theater website. And it said it was a Korean movie, and had a Korean director, and I was like, okay. And they had like 2 options, a 1 p.m. with captions and subtitles, and like a 9:30 without. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to 1 p.m. And I got there. It was in Korean. I did not connect the dots before the movie started that the language of the movie was not English. And so I was like, I got so lucky. But I did, that there was captions. Not that I wouldn't have enjoyed it. I would have stayed even if there weren't captions, just like it didn't click whatsoever before. But, it's in Korean! So a very spontaneous entire experience. So it was a good one. It was a good movie. But I got mango Chobani Greek yogurt that I ate from grocery outlet before I went in the movie theater, because I went kind of midday, and I was like, but I've already had lunch, and it's not really like dinner time, so I'm just gonna do a snack. Trying to figure out how to promote, on those ones, like if I don't do food during a showing, could I do something like that? So I'm like, why don't I manifest that now? So I did. All right, and then I also saw on Sunday, 2026 film Send Help. So Sunday 1 February 2026, and for this one, I got, so the movie pick was actually entirely, so the guy who I said looked like Josh previously in a movie trailer, that he looked like Josh, and I pushed a button when that guy came on screen to order food at a different movie. He came on screen, and he, like, how he held himself, he nailed it. It was like posturing. He got my Josh show correct, if that was what he was going for. If not, okay. And I said the name of it wrong in the video. The Blair sandwich. No, the Blair chicken. I said the Blair chicken sandwich. It's the Blair Chicken Project, and it's based, I think that's referencing the movie The Blair Witch Project, which I actually have seen. There's a buffalo chicken sandwich that came with fries and ketchup, and a choice cheese. I went with Swiss cheese, and like they're stranded on an island in the movie Send Help, the boss and a female employee in accounting, and there's a movie where a family gets stranded on an island. I've covered it, The Swiss Family Robinson, so Swiss cheese was a perfect fit pairing per my pick. Anything else? It was a movie that I gave 2 out of 5 stars. However, if I didn't, living in California, I might have given it a 6 out of 5 stars. So it's one of those ones where it's like at a different point in my life, this would have gotten a different rating. So I'm just throwing that out there. There's also a movie trailer, reminders of him, about a woman who, per the movie trailer, is 2026 film, and I'm going to bring this up. It might be a first in terms of I choose it because the movie trailer was much better, and it's like the same as on outside the movie trailer. Much better viewing experience. I might choose to see it just because it was better in the movie theater. So I was like, this is one to see in the movie because the movie trailer is better in theater than outside the theater. As reminders of him, and it looks like it's about a woman who's in a relationship and there's a car crash and she was the driver and she goes to prison for 7 years for killing the guy and then ends up falling in love with the guy's best friend. I was like, the guy in that one that dies in the car crash looks like my Josh again. Okay. And then the guy the best friend looks like my Jesse Williams, the guy in Jackson Avery in Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, if that movie is trying to address my fears or my problems or concerns about going to prison over killing my rapist, that might be the first in human history. My own family, my own parents and sibling and her family and whatever, they don't even talk to me about that, right? And the fears I have about going to prison for killing my rapist, even though it was ruled in self-defense. It's kind of that's a real broaching soulmate residency, right? Do people come after me after I move in because they don't want to see me ever be happy? Yeah, so it was like first in human history if they did that for me. Universal Pictures, thank you, and everybody in that movie who made that movie, if that is about me and helping me with my concerns over that. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, 2 movies, both in the Death Dead Die namespace, but happy week of watching.